There is a silent, almost imperceptible moment when everything changes. It's not when you try harder or when you plan better. It's when you let go. The entire universe seems to be waiting for this moment, the moment of delivery, because it's only when you let go that Vishnu can act. While you hold on in fear, trying to control what slips through your fingers, the flow of life is blocked. But when you silently say, "I trust," the spiritual world opens up, and the power of Vishnu begins to move. He doesn't work under tension, he works on trust. And that is why the key that opens the hidden doors lies not in effort, but in surrender. Have you ever noticed how things seem to go wrong when you try to force them? How does what you pursue elude you, and what you fear come to pass? That's because fear is an inverted prayer. It asks the universe for exactly what you don't want. But when faith replaces fear, the scenario changes. Vishnu begins to adjust the invisible threads of destiny. And what was impossible begins to happen naturally, effortlessly, like a river meeting the sea. Many believe that letting go means giving up, but it isn't. Letting go is trusting in divine timing. It's about accepting that what's yours will find its way back to you, and what isn't was never necessary. Vishnu wants to teach you this. It wants to show that the struggle ends when faith begins, and perhaps that's why you're listening to this message now. Because he is ready to act, but he is waiting for you to let go. Close your eyes for a moment. Breathe deeply, feel the air slowly entering and leaving the room, and imagine that each breath takes away a worry, a pain, a fear. With each exhale, something heavy comes out from within. With each breath, a golden light enters. This light is the energy of Vishnu, the force that sustains the balance of all worlds. It enters you, fills the voids, and calms the heart. Now think about everything you've been trying to control: a person, a situation, an outcome. View these things as leaves being carried by a river. Don't fight to hold them, let them flow, because the river knows the way better than the leaves, and the river is Vishnu. You're not losing, you're allowing, and when you allow it, life flows in the direction it always wanted to take you. Now, write in the comments, "I let go and trust in Vishnu." Write from the heart. Every word is a liberation. Each letter is a thread cut with fear. When you write this, the universe understands she is ready, he is ready. It's not just a comment, it is a spiritual act. It is the energy of surrender being translated into action. As you type, Vishnu is watching. He feels the vibration of your surrender and begins to set in motion the invisible gears of providence. You can feel it now, a lightness, a new calm, a sensation that something has been lifted from your shoulders. This is real. The weight that wasn't yours is going away. Vishnu is taking control. He wants you to know, what you give up for love, I preserve for eternity. What you release out of fear, I transform into a lesson. Nothing that is true is ever lost. What leaves your life when given to Vishnu returns purified, at the right time, in the right form, with the right energy. You don't need to understand now. You just need to trust. Control is the language of the ego. Delivery is the language of the soul. And Vishnu speaks only the language of the soul. When you say, "I trust," an invisible bridge is formed, and the divine crosses that bridge to its reality. Situations begin to reorganize, people appear, opportunities arise, answers arrive, and everything seems like a coincidence, but nothing is. Vishnu acts with precision. He doesn't arrive sooner because the lesson wouldn't have been learned yet, and he doesn't come later because he is time itself. He arrives when the heart is ready to receive him. Today, your heart is ready. He has waited too long, fought too long, defended himself too long. Now is the time to trust, time to let the invisible do its work. Perhaps you're afraid to let go because you believe that if you're not careful, everything will fall apart. But what if it's the other way around? What if it's precisely your effort that keeps the chaos alive? Vishnu doesn't want you to suffer trying to control the uncontrollable. He wants to show you the power of surrender. Control is a prison disguised as security, but faith is freedom disguised as surrender. And when you give in, the impossible happens. Doors that were locked begin to open, not by force, but by vibration, because the energy of trust is the key that unlocks the invisible, and that's the key you just turned. From this moment on, something begins to move. You may not see it yet, but you will feel it. In the coming days, the universe will show you small signs, unexpected news, a coincidence, a conversation that brings an answer. These will be the echoes of the delivery, confirmations that Vishnu heard. Don't be surprised if the path changes. Sometimes the first response from the divine is removal, but everything that is removed is replaced by something higher. You only need to do one thing: keep trusting. Even if it seems like nothing is happening, something is always there. Close your eyes and say in a low voice, "Vishnu, I release myself and I trust in you." Repeat 3 times. Feel your whole body relax. The heart slows down. The fear will dissolve. This proves that energy has changed. You have just taken the step that many fear to take, the step of true faith. And the moment you let go, Vishnu opened the hidden gate, the gateway that leads to peace, to purpose, to the destiny that has always been yours. After you let go, the universe moves. But he doesn't make any noise. Vishnu works in silence. The time between surrender and the miracle is the most sacred interval of the spiritual journey. It is there that he reorganizes everything that the ego has messed up. Many give up during this interval. They think nothing is happening because they can't see it. But the truth is that it is precisely when it seems that nothing is happening that Vishnu is most active. He doesn't need your haste. He needs your trust. Human control is driven by anxiety. She wants results. She wants proof. She wants certainty. But the language of the divine is made of subtle signs, synchronicities, and small nudges. When you let go, Vishnu begins to realign the invisible. People are displaced. Opportunities are created. The roads are clear. And all of this happens at his pace, not yours. Have you ever noticed how nature doesn't force anything? The tree doesn't worry about whether the fruit will ripen. It simply remains. And when the right season arrives, the fruit appears. Such is the time of Vishnu. He is not in a hurry because time is a servant, not an enemy. But there is something he asks while he works. Inner silence. Faith doesn't shout. She observes. She waits. She knows that the invisible is building what the visible does not yet show. During this time, Vishnu wants you to trust him. And trusting isn't pretending everything is okay. It's taking a deep breath, even when fear tries to return. It's choosing peace, even when there are no answers. In other words, I still believe even without understanding. You've done this before. Do you remember those times when you thought you wouldn't make it, and yet you survived? The strength that sustained you was not merely resistance. It was the presence of Vishnu working from within. And he is acting again now. Things may still seem confusing, but that's because you're part of the transformation. When a butterfly is in its cocoon, the outside world thinks it has stopped, but inside it is rebuilding itself. This is what the soul is like when it surrenders. Vishnu breaks down the old to build the new, and you, at this moment, are inside that sacred cocoon. Now write in the comments, "I trust in Vishnu's timing." Write with faith. It doesn't matter if the world doubts. The universe understands. Every time you declare this, you reinforce the pact of trust. You say to the divine, "I don't need to run anymore. I know that everything is being prepared." As you write, imagine time bending, the lines of destiny realigning, and the golden energy of Vishnu enveloping everything you love. This phrase is a spiritual anchor. It connects you to the vibration of perfect timing. Vishnu's time is different from human time. For him, a second can be a miracle, and a year can be just a breath. That is why he is not in a hurry, because he sees the whole picture. He knows what you can't see yet. Sometimes delay is a form of protection. Silence is the answer. Waiting is training. And all of this is part of the plan. When the soul tries to control, it disconnects from the flow. But when you trust, the flow starts again, and you begin to feel it. Things become lighter, the signs multiply, and the fear begins to lose ground. Vishnu watches you tenderly. He knows how much you fought, how much you resisted, how much you gave of yourself. And now he wants to teach you a new way of living, the way of serenity. You no longer need to fight against life. The fight is over. Now is the time to learn how to flow. Imagine the river again. The water flows effortlessly, skirting rocks, dodging obstacles, always finding its way. The river is not afraid of bends. It does not fight with its banks. It simply flows on. This is how Vishnu wants you to live. In flow, in trust, in harmony. Problems don't suddenly disappear, but they lose their power. Because what was once despair transforms into learning. What was once resistance becomes surrender, and when the delivery happens, the miracle begins. You'll see that what seemed impossible starts to happen naturally. The person you needed to find appears. The answer I was looking for came from where I least expected it. Weight transforms into lightness, and what was once chaos becomes organized. Vishnu is a master of the art of balance. He doesn't take away what you need. He takes away what's holding you back, and when everything seems to be falling apart, it's because he is fitting it together in a different way. The divine does not destroy, it rearranges. Therefore, if something is drifting away, let it go. If something isn't happening, have faith, because his timing is the right time, and the right time comes for those who keep their hearts open. Now close your eyes. Imagine a large golden gate before you. It's closed, but bright light is filtering through the cracks. Vishnu is on the other side. He smiles and says, "When you let go completely, the gate will open." You take a deep breath and feel your whole body relax. And for the first time, there is no fear. There is peace. Because the soul understood that it no longer needs to fight. The soul learned to trust in Vishnu's timing. As this peace grows within you, the gate begins to move, slowly, silently, until the light fills everything. You don't need to see what's on the other side. Just feel it. And what you feel is love, pure, eternal, absolute love. Vishnu opened the gate, and your new path begins here. The sacred work is in progress. With every breath, the universe adjusts. Time is working in your favor, and Vishnu continues to act, and even now at this very moment. The silence of surrender is not empty. It is the beginning of reconstruction. When you stop fighting, the universe starts working. And it is at that moment that the impossible becomes inevitable. Life, once burdensome, begins to flow again. The mind that insisted on understanding now simply observes in peace. And the heart, that weary heart, finally breathes easy. You didn't realize the exact moment when the change began. She didn't arrive with flashes of light or thunder. She came gently, like a morning that arrives without haste, making space between the clouds. And when you realized it, fear no longer controlled you. Why faith took his place. Vishnu didn't need to explain anything. He simply showed you that control was never necessary. The flow always knew the way. The truth is, you were never lost. You were just trying to guide the river, when the river always knew where to flow into it. Now you understand. Strength lies not in holding on, but in letting go. And true power lies not in dominating, but in trusting. When you let go, something invisible moved. Time adjusted, space opened up, and the divine plan began to unfold new possibilities. Vishnu didn't perform magic. He simply removed the weight of fear so that miracles could breathe. What once seemed like a setback was actually protection. What appeared to be a refusal was actually a redirection. What seemed like the end was actually the beginning. Nothing was lost. Everything was repositioned. Close your eyes for a moment. Feel the body being present. Feel at peace with your mind. Now you're not trying to understand the universe. You are being a part of it. And that's how the gate opens. Not with force, but with presence. The gate wasn't a wall outside of you. He was always in it. It was the boundary between fear and trust, between wanting and allowing, between effort and delivery. And the moment you let go, Vishnu opened that gate, not in the world, but within your soul. Inside, everything is different. Time is in no hurry. Love has no conditions. Faith requires no effort. Everything simply is. You can feel the energy circulating. It's as if the whole body breathes along with the cosmos, as if Vishnu were both inside and outside, weaving harmony into every cell, into every thought. And the heart now is a temple. External noises still exist. The bills, the commitments, the responsibilities. But nothing else has the same weight, because you learned the secret. Life doesn't need to be controlled to be perfect. It needs to be lived with complete commitment. Every gesture is now a prayer. Every word is a seed. Every silence is a space for the divine to act. You realize that the world was never the enemy. It was merely a mirror. And when your inner self changes, everything around you adjusts. Vishnu never wanted to prove anything to you. He simply wanted to teach you to trust in the unseen. And you learned. That is why peace has arrived. Therefore, the heart finally rests. Look around. Everything seems the same, but you see it differently. because eyes that look with faith see miracles even in the ordinary. The rising sun is a message, the wind is touch, silence is the answer. You feel a deep gratitude, not for the things that came, but for the things that are gone. Because now he understands that the losses have opened up space for purpose, and the purpose is not to do more, achieve more, have more. It is, be more present. Presence is the true miracle. She transforms the moment into eternity, and Vishnu lives in the presence. Close your eyes again. Imagine yourself in a golden field, illuminated by the sunset. The air is warm, the breeze is gentle, and Vishnu stands before you. He smiles serenely, with the same look of someone who always knew this moment would come. He doesn't speak with words, he speaks with enthusiasm. You fought for too long. Now, just live. Let me lead. He extends his hand, and when you touch it, you feel a wave of energy coursing through your entire body. It's the vibration of total surrender. The ego dissolves. Fear is silenced, and for the first time, you feel what it means to truly trust. It's a silence full of life, a calmness that doesn't come from outside, a certainty that requires no explanation. This is the presence of Vishnu working within you. The hidden gate is now wide open, and on the other side, there are no promises of wealth, fame, or power. There is only freedom. Freedom to be, to breathe, to exist without fear. You realize that the real miracle isn't what happens outside, it's what happens inside. It is the rebirth of the soul. It is a reunion with the divine. It's the moment when you realize that Vishnu was never far away. He was the space between her thoughts, peace amidst your tears, the silence between his prayers. And now, he no longer needs to prove anything to you, because you feel it, and to feel is to believe without seeing. Life goes on, but something fundamental has changed. You no longer live to control, you live to flow. Tomorrow is no longer a threat, but a promise, and each new day is another opportunity to trust. When fear tries to return, breathe and remember this moment. Say it softly. Vishnu, the gate is already open. This phrase reconnects you to the vibration of surrender. It dissolves despair and restores peace. You are part of the divine balance now, a living cell of cosmic harmony. And Vishnu, the preserver, walks with you every step of the way, even on quiet days, even when nothing seems to be happening, because his work is invisible, but constant. Surrender didn't weaken you, it set you free. And it is in this freedom that the faith that moves worlds is born. The gate is open. The new phase has begun, and everything that was doubt turned into wisdom. All that was fear has turned into confidence. Everything that was painful has become purposeful. You let go, and Vishnu acted. Now everything flows. Before this message ends, take a deep breath. Feel the gratitude expand in your chest. Let a gentle smile appear, not because everything is resolved, but because you finally understood that he never had to solve everything alone. Subscribe to this channel, not as someone who merely watches, but as someone who remains awake. Each new message here is an extension of that energy, a living reminder that Vishnu still works, still guides, still opens gates that no one else can see. By registering, you confirm the pact of trust. You tell the universe, I'm going with the flow, and the flow keeps taking you exactly where you're supposed to be. Vishnu opened the gate. Now, cross it and never look back again.